stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send the blood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me.
Oh, good morning.
Morning. Thank you.
Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
I had just talked to our CEO, Puan Sri Wardina Safia, that she will be a little late for the meeting.
Alright.
Excuse me.
Assalam.
I'm sorry, I am late. I was stuck in traffic jam just now. There was a terrible accident in after the toll. So typical of Kuala Lumpur. Miss it.
Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, I am glad to welcome all board of members to the fourth meeting of the various duty. Thank you for being present in this meeting. Can we call this meeting to order? Are there any apologies for absence to this meeting?
Yes, Puan Sri. Our Chief Operating Officer, Sharifah, is on medical leave, being admitted to the hospital since yesterday because of contagion. Aside from her, everyone else are present for today's meeting. We have a quorum for the meeting.
Thank you, and now we can proceed the next item regarding our minutes from the previous meeting.
Yes.
Okay. I will recite our previous minutes of meeting. Last meeting, each of the board members were present for the launch of our star product, which is the liquid lipstick. Our achieving goal of launching this liquid lipstick, available in 50 shades, that are metallic, gloss, satin, and matte texture. According to the sales after launching for 4 months, we received a tremendous sales in this product, with the most popular shades are Elena and Violet, being the first to sold out at every branch, which is Penang, Johor, and Kuala Lumpur.
Are there any amendments?
No.
Okay, thank you. Can someone propose the minutes be passed and as a true record?
I propose the minute to be passed as a true record.
I second the motion.
Okay, moving to the next item is by our marketing sales. How is our profit going?
Thank you, Puan Sri. According to our last incredible sale, I have overseen that the success toward the launching and as how it is become a huge achievement. First and foremost, I would like to state our product attracts women from the age range 15 to 13 based on the choice and the color shade that we produce. As we all know how many of them contribute to our high profit, it did not become a hit for women in their 40s, possibly because of the shade are not in their interest.
If that the case, I would like to know from our beauty consultant, why has that become a major turning point for all the women?
Yes, I can see that it has actually become a problem on getting sale among older people as the shade that we produce does not appear flattering on them as it fit into younger people during this day. Maybe to older people it seems too shocking for them as a daily wear trying to act over their age. This problem, I would like a meeting that will create more shades that are more suitable for them and not too white, and also oversee how our sale development are the most popular shades come from which they are mostly came from the mid texture liquid lipstick.
Therefore, I would like to receive a plan on your agenda and shades idea that you would suggest in the form of paperwork, so our next launch will come up with some more shades for women of all age. And yes, I know that the matte liquid lipstick is the most popular because of the society hype among teenagers, but that hype will not last as people will start to move on and get over with the product. So I would like to for us to advance on more cult beauty products so that our sale is everlasting.
Yes, Pansri, that will be my priority for the product development.
Is there more about the sales?
Overall sale was very progressive until now without any major downfall towards our stock markets, but there has been some issue in one of our store branches in Penang. Customer has been complaining that all the popular products are sold out and the store did not have a lot of restocking. Our manager in the branch has issued a problem that the product transport did not come with enough product for first launch. It was supposedly come at 10,000 package, but only half of the package that were received. This come has a drop in the customer after a month of launching, as the product that they wanted were not available for restock, which a small drop of for the second month by maybe 5%.
I have heard about the issue. Been spoken from them and I have notified the factory and have been supervised ever since. I agree there is an issue with them as they said that they were wrongly given the information about the product numbers that needed to be sent and they did not get any call for the restocking of the product from their side. For what I believe, some of them are lakers that we need to supervise intensely on their work. I wish that you, Secretary Mahira, will clear a schedule for a site visit to the factory immediately.
Yes, I would note on constantly schedule a week from now.
I believe that we did not invest finance with the factory workers and still does not do their job properly. I would like to suggest that we will hire employee and invest more with them using the profit rise as it is the key of our company.
Alright, I will personally check on the factory whether I can see for myself what is either issue for such problem occur.
As for the given record, I personally think that with our problem arise, we still managed to overcome the pressure and did not receive any prolonged issue from any other branches. Our initial target were a profit of 1 million after 3 months, but ended up receiving more. That is over 1.3 million after all the branches needed restocking many times. I think if any problem did not toko, I believe we will gain more profit than we could now.
In that coming matter, I should formally congratulate everyone involved for the success to achieve. I was indeed surprised of how we managed to achieve profit, but it was all from the hard work of everyone.
May I interrupt? I will address a few matters regarding our online store website as it is something new to our company. There is a few glitch and problem on our order purchase. I think we need to bring in someone more experienced in the field to solve this matter. But overall, our website provide enough information on our product detail in instruction between categories.
Yes, I also went to the website and I heard many great reviews from them. But there were also a few complaints I read from customer and other than purchase such as packaging and posting.
That is true as customer are voicing out their unsatisfaction about the packaging are not how in the picture and the packaging product bottle were defective of upon arriving to them. I think it is again the problem from the factory as they were not properly taught how to keep safe of the package for transportation.
Okay, we like to add to my agenda for the factory visit. But I want to know what is the packaging product bottle were defective as we already ordered from the best manufacturing company.
I agree with that because I also have research on the manufacturer and they give out the best quality according on their client. Although I have received a few info regarding how to keep by our glass bottle from the manufacturer that is needs to be taken care properly to avoid any broken or shattered glass. I think our company need a new change in material as the glass packaging is quite inconvenient for our customers, especially among young adults who love to travel to bring their products everywhere causes a few breaks in the material.
By that, what material would you suggest?
I will suggest that we use the airless bottle material, mainly for the foundation. It is much more cheaper alternative than the glass product and the surface look more classy and expensive as it gave a more icy look from the outside that almost looks like glass but it is not. It will not break as easily as the glass and with airless technology comes with great benefits to our products. Based on their shelf life and naturality, other benefits, I can give you a complete brochure about how airless bottles have become a phenomenon for beauty gurus and beauty companies.
I have heard a few about the airless technology bottles and I agree on the suggestion on the profit earned and for the customer satisfactory for the change, but what I also heard that is similar to the world famous foundation that is Fenty Beauty using the same material and it needed give that expensive icy look on the surface. For our company, how can we be different from them in the design of the bottle? Look that would not make customers say that we are just copying Fenty Beauty.
I also have a clear thought on the issues and to avoid that I have gathered my team on designing the bottle and here are design on paper that we create which could change a bit more.
Alright, I will check again on this later and see you personally, but as far as your concern, I like this shape the best as it empowers our company's name the best.
Yes, I also love that design too good, but it can still receive a few improvement.
I would like to add a suggestion if we could also change the liquid lipstick bottle to the airless bottle too, as I heard it is good for organic as our liquid lipstick is only made of organic products.
I don't think there is a necessary for the budget of our container as it is fairly expensive than our usual plastic container liquid lipstick. Also, there were no complaints on the liquid lipstick are defective and mostly other high-end product use plastic like we do. So,
I think we should just stay on the material unless we are launching a new collection.
I also agree with that, as we do not need to include our profit in material on, hence we should improve more towards our product formula.
Also about our launch on the next product, I would suggest we have a new photo shoot for our past product, as the picture advertised did not come to standard with how the product looked in a real life. The administration also voiced out the issue many times about the website being criticized for giving false hope about our product.
I will get to the hand of the advertisement, as before the picture were taken from a replica for it first launch, as we were having problems finishing up with the formula after giving the shades color. So as an alternative, we use the replica of the bottle with the suggestion shades that we are toned down on the tone for the original.
On top of that, we should also start having photoshoot for the liquid lipstick with human models. Some of the customer have been asking how the shader look like when putting on people of different skin color and lip size. I think it would be a good marketing strategy for our product to start selling much more better than now.
I think so too, as that's what boosts our highlighter product to sell well without having any issues. As for now, after 2 months of the palette being launched, it is all thanks to the model, photoshoot and the location that we decided on.
Very well. I would like both of you to arrange an appointment of having a new face to our liquid lipsticks. Then after the new development, as also you would need to discuss the budget with the financial advisor on hiring models and booking locations with the help media and advertising of our product before you may run the project.
According to the estimate budget I have found that needed for the project, I can arrange a different account mainly for advertising, only that include model pay and location depending on the sale profit. I think we can ever pitch in about 10 until 50% of our company profits. For the media and advertising, we have had a contract with other companies prior to launching our first product, so that would not be a problem in making a good deal with them.
That's very great job you have done, and I agree entirely with the use of our profit.
Oh, before I forgot, I would like to add that our new profit for the new launch of our highlighter product was in just now. Based on what I have gotten for a launching for 2 months, it is about on the same benchmark as the liquid lipstick. Our star highlighter, the Meteor Shower Palette, was the star of the show, as the most shelves were wiped out the day it launched in KLCC store at the day 1 of the launch. As of now, the palette has been sold out for about 70% from all our branches. With this pace, I think we might overthrow other beauty company with their highlighter palette that we not a success as our.
I think what has become a great jump for our palette is because our highlighter formula was the first in Malaysia that formulate with only organic, added and less chemical. Our product also promote cruelty-free and anti-allergies for some people that are skeptical putting any product on their skin. Also, the palette was very pigmented. Like the customer say, the highlight were very blinding, reacting to the skin. The shaded scheme were also universal to everyone of all color. That's what made people okay to try something new and unique that only appeared among beauty culture 4 years ago.
I also received a lot of reviews on the website that our highlighter product is the best local makeup product ever produced for a highlighter and tastes low than the most, as it is placed at an affordable price with the quality of a high-end product that smart youngster could not afford.
If that's the case, we should develop more highlighter that is up to the standard of society this day. For that, how about more shades that are different from others? It doesn't even have to be in natural colours, but something that's suitable as a highlighter palette.
Would that be too risky for a new company of ours to take that high of a risk?
I agree with that. For us are still new in the business and we might not afford such high risk in our product development.
May I interrupt? Though it is a high risk, it could become a success too if we do it right based on what we have done our research and what could attract customers on. Even everyone working have no knowledge about other beauty brands, especially highlighters with soft but unnatural colours such as soft blue, soft green, soft pink, and other neon colours that are soft for the skin to work as highlighter. I would suggest the Anastasia Moonchild palette and the Kat Von D Iridescent palette as references.
Even with the high risk for the profit that we achieve, it is still possible if we want to launch the product as long as it does not interfere with the factory and the ongoing production of other products.
I am gladly like to put in suggestion that we expand our company following our fast progress development, especially with our factory, a new equipment and a new station for each purpose, and also each floor with their own department and a personal IT staff alongside our administration.
We have since been making progress for that, but we should wait for a right moment that is comfortable financially and progressively for us to make that call.
That's right, and we have since we wanting to do so, but it might be too early to set them up yet. But I can assure you, it is under development, and it is one of my priority.
I second that even with our tremendous profit, a sudden change in development will cause a major financial use as we are a new growing company. So it's better to start slow and venture in making more product. For other project, I will oversee any financial opportunity and will immediately tell you once we.
Okay, very well. And now for our next agenda. I have been receiving many requests from your and other department that we should organize a company family day event. I have promised that if we succeed in achieving high profits on product, we will organize a family day.
Yes, Masri, I agree to that idea.
I agree too.
I second that.
I also think it is the perfect timing for a family day event as we are not too busy from work while our funding for the trip are quite massive.
Very well. How about we decide on where we want to organize a family trip?
Yeah, where do you think we should have the trip and what kind of places we want to go, whether it is on a mountain or an island?
I prefer an island trip, therefore I would suggest Bora Bora. I have seen my friends went there and it is a heaven for water activities and family organizing, while other activities such as snorkeling and swimming is the perfect place for us to enjoy and unwind from the last days we work. The oceans in Bora Bora is definition of crystal clear, and the chalet is situated just on top of the ocean, which makes it more easier to enter the ocean.
I also agree to an island, but what I also heard of, although Bora Bora is a great island to go, people are suggesting of going to Maldives is the better option. Why? It is because Maldives is a better alternative for a Muslim people life. The country is majority of Muslim people, so we would not have any problem in getting Muslim food. I can give a few resort ideas that is also above the ocean, so we can have the same feeling or retreat like we can in Bora Bora. It also have the same crystal clear but much more beautiful coral located near and many charts on resort that we can choose from the enough for all our employees together.
Am I the only one that does not want to go to an island-based trip? Because a lot need to be considered. Most water activity are tiring and might not be suitable for certain ages. We need to start working the moment we got back from the trip, and how would we get rid of that tiredness also after a long flight home? I would suggest that a sightseeing trip, like going to Europe or Middle East, it is also suitable for all ages, with things like visit the wonders of the world and learning new culture in each country. Who knows, it might be benefit for our company by learning their lifestyle and discover a product that can help us expand our product to other countries with other ventures too.
I know that water activity are not suitable for all age, but we can manage other activity too. And who say we cannot see sight in Maldives? It is a place of history event also. And if we planning a retreat on our company overseas, Maldives can be a start.
I also with Maldives as I can see the convenience in obtaining and how their lifestyle are much more similar and acceptable to us as being Muslim friendly. I still think going to an island is the best thing because that's what is a trip for relaxing is all about. It does not have to be full with wild and aggressive activities. It can still just be a place to relax with the right result. And about other ventures, we should not be worrying about that just yet, as we were supposed to be aiming on this trip to be like a vacation among our colleges. Why should we turn it into finding work to do?
Before anyone goes in any further, I should stop all of you there. I agree that all of the ideas were great, but remember, we are still at the early stage to start overfunding ourselves for joint. For what I receive financially, our company may not afford that high amount of funding to go overseas for a number of our college. There are lots to consider such as airline ticket and place. I know that the result is the best option, but the cost of that is not near to being cheap. Not only it is expensive, we still need to pay for boat ride to enter our resort and other water activities such as island hopping. I should remind you guys again, we are not too comfortable financial if we ever want to create further business deal in the future. Better to hold ourselves on the top of having fun just yet.
I agree completely with that, as a lot need to be considered when overseas, as we have other commitment too. Some of us has a family at home with young children, so it is not easy to leave them for more than a week and travel overseas can be dreaded. At the same, following the in-flight time we have to endure. While there is the fun in traveling overseas, there are better alternatives in our own country and places we have not been to enjoy. There are so many other islands that our country is famous for. How about we give a shoot and going to one of the islands like Pulau Langkawi, Pulau Perhentian or Pulau Kapas? Those are the places they even praises as the best island they have ever been. And even as a Malaysian, I know that some of you probably have not been there yet because we are all set in our mind that we only wanted to travel overseas is better locally, but we can be wrong. With the right mindset, we still can feel the weight of overseas if we all agree to one place together.
I also think travelling locally is the right call for us, and I would put in Sabah as a suggestion because I think it is one of the main places that rarely been visited by our local tourists. The climate is also soothing as it is not typically the constant heat we are used to in Peninsular Malaysia. And if we cannot make a decision whether a mountain vacation or an island vacation, Sabah has both and we can make time for the trip. It does not have to be that long, but only 5 days. 5 days is more than enough. So it won't be a trouble if there are issues with living your family for so long.
Yes, I absolutely agree with the idea of going on a trip to Sabah. It's definitely a cheaper alternative than has the same feeling of going overseas. There are many resorts to choose from, whether it be at the mountain in Dasar or it could be
beach resort. They are in budget and can fit many our employee that deserve a vacation. Also, it is a good chance to explore exotic place and culture that different in the peninsula, even culture that we never know. Take this time as a learning experience for us too.
Yes, it does have a point for all of us to have a trip to Sabah. It is a good for team building among our colleges. Also, with the activities given from Sabah, it is definitely a retreat that all of us deserve. So, it would be nice to look into the result we can get. But before that, I would need to make sure whether everyone is on board with this idea. Is there any more objection?
I don't have any objection because all the reasons are true, and I myself as a Malaysian has not been there before, and I'm a thrill for this kind of a trip.
Me too. I think as a first family a day trip, this is the best choice for a place to go and act as a vacation.
Yes, I agree with no objection.
True, I have no objection and I agree completely.
Therefore, I need to know how much that we need and how many involved in this family day trip, so I can make a budget and see if the funding is enough for us. And I would like to advise first and foremost that if any of you would like to bring along a family members, it must be by your own ability. I'm sorry that we are not there yet to afford funding for our family, but it's possible in the future.
Very well then. I have a few paperwork on some of the resort that we can book on and discuss. But I am openly suggesting the Palm Beach Resort and Spa, the #1 best choice. The reviews are great, and it have many nighttime and morning activities that everyone can participate, whether water or mountains. I would hand around the paperwork itinerary later on.
I will also need a budget of transportation as we need an airline ticket and a transportation once we in Sabah also.
Yes, I will get that done immediately after we got the booking.
Okay, if that the case, should we conclude the meeting for today? All of the matter arising should be handed in to my secretary in the form of paperwork by tomorrow before 3 p.m. Is there any more that anyone would like to present a complaint or any improvements?
Yes, I would like to new computers for the customer service section as it has not been functional well lately.
I will lodge that report on your behalf.
Also, I would like that we have more session for product design and a much advanced sketch pad for designing a layout of product in the upcoming future products.
Alright, it will be solved soon. Is there anything else?
I
think there's no more.
If that the case, I would like to again to congratulate everyone of our team for the success of everyone's hard work and effort upon building this company up to the standard of business capital. Even with circumstance and issue that comes with it, we were able to pass through them and make a change from it. I am excited to see all of you this coming family trip and hope everyone are joining after we set the date soon. And thank you for having everyone here, and we'll begin a next launch meeting with new agenda after the trip.
Yes, thank you, Basri.
Okay, welcome. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.